please put your hands together as we welcome to the stage Shirley Smith.
Good evening. I didn't really get that. Ain't nothing fucking good about the evening. But, number one, I find that I'm here on the wrong night. Chris, did you say next week was the Black Women's Comedy? So I'm going to do my white act. Get my hair out of my... I don't know how to act like I'm white. Do you know how to act like you're white? Well, okay, none of that makes any difference. I'm very off base because I like to match. So I had my purple shoes in the car, and I was so excited to find a parking space out here. I parked, jumped out of the car. As old as I am, I actually jaywalked, and then I was like, go back and get your shoes. And he's like, it's not part of my act. So am I forgiven for having... I look cute?
Yeah, I love your hair.
Oh, so we should just make this a fashionista night. Okay. Earrings, my UCLA shirt. None of this is my act. This is not part of my time. I'm just interacting with a wonderful audience. I think the last comic talked about being old. Was that supposed to be my official introduction? At 82?
What?
82.
You don't look
Yeah. I just say that so people go, oh, you're 82. I'm really only 64. No. I am old. And it's nice when you're old. For all of you who are like, oh my God, I don't want to get old. I'm going to have wrinkles. I'm going to have it. Let me tell you something. When you're old, you can get away with all kind of shit. Because everybody thinks you're stupid. So you put on a stupid act. Nobody has any expectations. See, I get up here, I don't have to be funny. It's just funny. What's she doing up there? Every time I do a show, well, not every time, but often, one of my daughters will happen to call, and, oh, I'm sorry, you're probably rehearsing your lines. I'm like, look, honey, at my age, I don't know my lines. I just get up and do the best I can. I have 5 kids.
Yes. Nice.
I do not celebrate Mother's Day. Why in the fuck would I want a reminder? Nobody likes that joke. She's so rude. See, I usually open by saying, I'm Shirley Smith, fat, black, old, and hostile. Then everybody goes, oh. Now, when it's a white audience, they're the ones who say I'm hostile. I can't believe she said that. She doesn't want to see her kids on Mother's Day. No, I don't. Black folks go, honey, I know what you're talking about. Keep them kids far away. And white people go, oh, but I cooked, and they're coming for dinner. I didn't cook when they lived with me. People say, oh my God, how did you feed 5 kids? Here's the trick. If you've got 5 mouths to feed, you're a fucking fool to be a good cook. My kids never had second helpings. They didn't want the first helping. So if you're a good cook, what do you get? People who want to eat. So, okay, enough of my hostility. I can say something nice. Yeah, I drive a Prius. And people go, well, she's old, I would guess so, creaking along. I drive at 80 miles an hour. City streets. But I'm really, because I know at school zones, I should only be at 25. And now they have those little flicker things, you've seen them? drive like your kids lived here? I'm an 80. I ran over a squirrel. One of my granddaughter was in the car. She is the drama queen. And she said, "Oh my God, you just killed that squirrel." And I said, "Well, how did you know that?" And she said, "Well, I can see it out the window." And I'm like, "Roll the fucking window up. Quit looking." And she said, I told you I'm hostile. Like I cared that I ran over a squirrel that was not in the crosswalk. But I guess this is an audience of people. You're part of it. Well, anyway, I didn't want my granddaughter to know how hostile I really am. So I said, my grandmother did. And I said, "Oh, I don't think I did. I'll drive around the corner and we'll come back and we'll see." And we came back. And she said, "He's dead." I was like, "He's just quivering. He's not dead yet." But yeah, I think I killed him. You're squirrel people? I'll tell you how you run over a squirrel, and then we can keep on this. Let's see, something nice. I'm from Pasadena. That's why I don't like to say that, because everybody goes, "Oh, Pasadena." And then you're the ones who've either been there in Old Town, or you've gone down the nice part of Orange Grove with all the big houses, or you've seen that Rose Parade. And the floats come down Orange Grove, but then they turn on to Colorado, because the cameras aren't going to take you all the way down Orange Grove. She's been to Pasadena, she's shaking her head, because she knows the other end of Orange Grove is the hood. And we go, "But Pasadena doesn't have a hood." So here's how you know you're in the hood. There's a payday loan. She's been to the hood. You can tell from the nods. You don't have to explain it, because we know. There's a payday loan. There's a liquor store next to the church. There's some old mattresses on the curb that have bed bugs in them, Chris. So you know you're in the hood. I love living in Pasadena because, as you can see, I'm hostile and I'm belligerent. And my daughter has a cat. One of my daughters lives with me. One of those 5. Did I already say I've been to Planned Parenthood? And had one for every fucking device that failed? It's like, oh, that's so mean. One of my daughters was at one of my shows. Well, they frequently come. And she came up to me afterwards, and she said, "You, all those nasty jokes you told, especially the one about 5, she was actually about 5 kids and going to Planned Parenthood. You make it sound like you didn't want us." Oh. Anyway, one lives with me and she has a cat. And somehow or another, cats, animals, nowadays get ill. And there's something called a vet. Now remember, I'm an old lady. When I grew up, I had pets. And there was nothing like a vet. They didn't get sick. I guess they just went somewhere and died. They disappeared. But it was not an expense for my parents, okay? So, okay, we go to the vet. The vet's in Pasadena. Anybody here from Pasadena? Ever been to a Pasadena vet?
No.
Oh, they're very, very fancy. They have a little fireplace. I'm used to going somewhere where they accept a Medi-Cal card, okay? And they've got no fireplaces in there. They've got a fireplace, they've got little arranged seating, and the people in there act just like they're from Pasadena. And they're all very fancy. And you are judged when you walk in by the carrier. That you, please, yes! By which you carry your pet in. And they have some very fancy ones. There's one that's a backpack. You've seen that one? and you put your cat in it, and it's got a little see-through, so the cat can look out. Me and my daughter walk in, and our cat, our ghetto cat, is wrapped up in an old pillowcase. But they try to be nice to us, right? Please sign in. So everybody has to put their cat's name, their pet's name, their dog, their parrot, whatever it is, not your name. So we sign in, and they begin to call people. And they call them by their Fifi Johnson, room 6. Edie Hockenbacher, room 2. And then it's our turn. And the cute little blonde receptionist goes. And my daughter says, Mom, it's our turn. They didn't call our name. They didn't call the pet's name. And the cute blonde receptionist is still crying. Collect yourself. And I'm belligerent. I already told you I'm hostile. I'm just staring at her. Pretty soon I get my hand on the hip. You know, that South Central. And she says, Black, room 4. That's our cat's first name. So my daughter gets the little ragged pillowcase together. Don't move. We got a last name. And the cute blonde receptionist is still waiting. And I'm not budging. So pretty soon she says, with all these fancy white people in there, with their cute little carriers, she looks around at everybody, and she looks at us. Black Lives Matter, room 8. I like being ugly. It's the only reason I do comedy. It's because I can be the real bitch that I am. You've been a great audience. Come back next week when all the hostile black women are here.